little bit of back information. Raised very much off the grid. 7 brothers, so we were really kind of impoverished. So we didn't have things. So praise God, there's a couple at my church. Oh, she needs to go to it was like a boarding school. So when I went to the boarding school, these girls had knickknacks and whatnots. You know, it was just something I never had seen because we were like necessities only. And that's kind of where the desire started, okay, for things and pretty things and cool things. I'm like, oh, I want some whatnots. And look, I think I kind of went overboard.
It started in the late 60s, early 70s.
Right.
Emily Turner and Faith Bybee and I'm a Hog.
And over at the Round Top Rifle Hall is where the original antique show started.
And it was just a weekend. It was 4 days or so. It was not this
magnitude anymore.
Yes, anymore like it is now.
Well, my parents had property out here in the 60s, so I kind of had a connection to Round Top since I was a little kid. At the time, it was just basically a weekend type trip. We'd come up to Round Top and stay for the weekend, and then we'd pack our stuff and go back to Houston. But it was just a weekend destination for us back then. Of course, it's nothing like today. Round Top it's grown a lot. You know, seems like there's a restaurant on every corner now.
So Round Top city limits is 1 square mile, and we're population 90.
But we have estimates in the past of easily 100,000 people through the 2-week period. It's amazing.
There is actually, I would say, over 3,000
venues. Because then within each venue, you could have easily 400 vendors in each one.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
It's really off the beaten path. There's no stress. I mean, you can come here in a relaxed atmosphere. They came as a unique get out of the city. They were all from the city, and they come to a small town.
Oh, mini vacation, yeah. So unfortunately, I have a younger brother who recently became a quadriplegic, and I am his caregiver 24/7. So he is on a little mini vacation for himself, just kind of a spiritual getaway for both of us.
My wife Deborah chose Round Top. She and her brother were traveling, actually during tax period. And the reason is she just needed a break. She called me and she just said, "You gotta see this place."
At antique time, it becomes a special time because all you hear is the chatter of women, and it's just beautiful.
I build all my frames out of recycled. It's old privacy fence.
This is old cypress that is dug out of the swamps in Louisiana.
My dad about killed me when I bought this fabric. He looked at me and he said, "What in the hell are you gonna do with that?" I said, "Watch me work."
I have plans for him. I'm thinking about covering him in fabric, or he's going to be really cool.
The flag is actually a Civil War flag. The man that carried this flag through the whole war was killed the day Robert E. Lee surrendered.
Brandy takes and dries the heads out, and he decorates them, look like little diamonds. It's broken type glass. I bought my 30th vintage child sewing machine today. My neighbor, she taught me to knit when I was about 9. So maybe that's where it came from.
When you see something or pass by something, you smell something, and it brings you back to that childhood memory.
We don't sell things, we sell experience, we sell memories, we sell nostalgia.
I remember going into Grandma's house and having the little crystal dishes with the little crystal divider for the nuts, and you see those in the booths, and you think back of her and the little handful of peanuts you ran out the house with and stuff. It's just fun, it's comfortable, it's a memory.
Some little boy got that for Christmas and was excited, and took care of it. Some little girl got that, and you can just imagine she was so excited. There's all these lives that they're no longer in existence, but you see their story, and you'll see pictures of Christmases and all these vintage toys that they're opening, and you almost go into their little their life and get to know them just through that.
I hope it'll bring memories to them when they're older and they have their own boys, and then they'll remember, you know, if they see a little pig somewhere like I am seeing these little peanut jars or cat dishes, that they'll say, oh, I remember, you know, Nina had that.
I'm very, very blessed to be able to take something that I'm good at and that I absolutely love and turn it into a future for me and my kids.
Personally, it's part of me. You know, I put my heart and my soul in this place, so I feel, you know, I'm attached. I have a lot of history here, and I love it. And we're still working. It's a work in progress, but I love them. It's just part of me.
My mom, she could turn the most boringest day ever into something fabulous, and that's always just been who she is. And growing up, I realized I have the same mindset. She kind of let me run loose in the studio, and I started being able to create the things that I just dreamt of.
My brother, he has 3 young boys, and so I thought it'd be a great idea that when you kick them out of the house because they've gotten your hair, you can give them a can of paint and say, go paint that pig. And tomorrow you can have a different color. And the next day you can put flowers or footballs or baseballs or whatever your interest is, you know, dinosaurs and monsters, and just go and paint and have fun. You know, just letting your imagination go instead of the grinding every day, minute to minute demand that is there. You just have your, you know, the imagination starts going through your head and you forget about everything else behind you, you know, until you go back home.
I got a house full of treasured items that I'm keep, but most of it I would sell, if the price was right. There's some I haven't ever offered to sell, but if someone saw it and said, oh, I love that. Even the stuff I really, really love, if somebody else really, really loved it, they'd probably own it. Because it is, after all, it is just stuff.